Hello, thank you so much. My name is Kevin Van Note, and I'm the band director at Selma Middle School and Wapahani High School, and this is the 2022 Spring Band Concert. We were going to have the high school band here tonight, and I'm glad I didn't. There's a lot of people here. This is awesome. We went ahead and moved the high school to April the 5th, which is a few days before they go to contest in Indianapolis for organizational ISSMA contest for concert band. They're going to be doing that on April the 9th. So the high school band will be here performing on both wind instruments and drums April the 5th. If you want to come see them, it'll be awesome. And then this Thursday, the Wapahani High School Choir and the Selma Middle School Choirs are going to be here at the same time, 7 o'clock this Thursday. If you want to come check that out, it's free. It's going to be an amazing show. But tonight, we have the bands for you. Normally, each year, I have each group do 3 or 4 songs. The 7th grade band will do 3 or 4, and the 8th grade band will do 3 or 4. And then usually the choir performs also. But I wanted to do something a little different this year. I've never combined the 2 bands together. And it's a little tougher than I thought, putting them all together and keeping everything clean. But they're doing a great job. So tonight, each band is going to perform a powerful opener. The 7th grade band, their piece is called Shockwave. In the 8th grade, it's Comet Ride. And then each band is going to do like a rock song. 7th grade is doing Brain Stew by Green Day, and Paint It Black is the 8th grade. And then the 8th grade and 7th grade will combine to do 2 more numbers for you. But to start off the evening, we have Shockwave. And to make sure I don't forget, after the show, on your way out, we are selling slushies out there. They're $2 on your way out. If you want to grab a slushie to go ahead and do that on your way out. But here we go, starting the program. This is Shockwave. Thank you very much, and I'd like to acknowledge my intern that helps me teach students every day, Mr. Casey Hess, if you would give him a round of applause. Green Day, a pop punk rock band from Berkeley, California, is considered one of the most popular rock bands in the world, or was at one time. Brain Stew is the 3rd single from Green Day's album Insomniac. One of the things I remember about Green Day was when I was younger in high school, they were like late high school, they were popular. Then they kind of disappeared for almost a decade and came back with an album that was like bigger than anything they'd ever done. And I remember thinking that doesn't happen in rock very much, where a band disappears for a decade and then comes back and is even better than they were before. So I hope maybe Green Day does some new music sometime soon. This is one of their older pieces. This is called Brain Stew. Thank you. Can we have another round of applause for our two drum set players playing at the same time? Feel like the Allman Brothers, if you know who they are. But Parker Flynn and Dylan Burnett, thank you. Great job, you guys. All right, so the 7th grade, one more round of applause for them. While I'm waiting, I want to acknowledge Grant Howell, too. He's awesome back there on xylophone, and a lot of times percussionists don't want to play xylophone. They want to play drum set and snare and all that stuff, and he loves xylophone and is really good at it, so I'd like to acknowledge him. He's great. All right, the 8th grade band is coming up now. You can clap for Grant. Go ahead. As they're settling in, I want to read something to you very quickly. Among the many exciting events in space exploration is the Deep Impact mission, in which an approximately 820-pound impact probe crashed into Comet Temple 1 in an effort to gain more information about what is inside the comet. Scientists hope that this information will help deduce how the solar system was formed. They believe that comets are time capsules containing chunks of ice, gas, and dust from the earliest and coldest period of our solar system, about 4.5 billion years ago. The probe made an impact on July 4th, 2005, with an impact velocity of approximately 23,000 miles per hour. Deep Impact, a flyby spacecraft, was present to photograph a series of astounding images that amazed the scientific community and the public. We looked up a video that was taken on a comet, and you can see like mountains and stuff. And I thought, wow, comets are huge. Like I know, I mean, now that I think about it, of course they are. You know, maybe the size of like a small moon or something. But you could see mountains on it where this like footage was taken from. It was really cool. So what would it be like if someone could actually grab onto one of these comets and take a ride through the solar system? This next piece, Comet Ride, seeks to convey that very feeling. The opening bold section describes the sighting of the comet and builds as it gets closer and closer, and the piece then takes off, launching a wild comet ride filled with our excitement and energy. Eventually, the sheer beauty and awe of outer space becomes the focus of the work before the piece builds once again into a final roller coaster of excitement. We hope you like this. This is Comet Ride and the 8th grade band. I would also like to acknowledge a cadet teacher that really helps me a lot working with. He's a French horn player in the high school band, but he does a lot of percussion helping out with the 8th grade band. Would you give a round of applause for Travis Pierce, please? And Jacob Pretty is not here tonight, but he's another cadet that I have. He's an alto saxophone player, and he helps out as well. It's really cool to have students at the high school come back over to the middle school where they started at and to help raise up the next generation of kids. So that's really neat. I want to see more and more of that as much as I can. All right, this next piece, the rock band song for the 8th grade, is Paint It Black by the Rolling Stones. Thank you so much. One more time, we give the 8th grade band a round of applause. And also, I'd like to acknowledge Lana Cox. She's not a cadet for me, but she loves playing with the middle school. We give Lana a round of applause, please. All right, give me just a second. I'm going to bring the 7th grade band out here right now. As they are coming out, the first selection, we're going to play New Orleans Strut. It's kind of a jazz-inspired piece. I try to explain to the students about in New Orleans where they would play jazz at funerals. On the way to the cemetery, a jazz band would follow along behind the casket and play sad, mournful music. And I played examples of this for them, jazz bands in New Orleans. And then they would go to the cemetery and bury the body or bury their loved one. And on the way leaving the cemetery, the music was completely different. It was upbeat and celebratory and happy, and that was to celebrate the life of the deceased person. And the song When the Saints Go Marching In, that's what that comes from. You know, you've mourned and you're sad about the loss of someone, so then leaving the cemetery, now it's time to celebrate their life. And that's When the Saints Go Marching In was a very popular piece of music for that. So as we are playing New Orleans Strut, listen for that When the Saints Go Marching In melody by the low brass over here, the trombones and baritones, because they're the ones that carry that in the song. All right, so here we go, New Orleans Strut. Much of the history of musical instruments involves human ingenuity to manipulate available materials that are often inexpensive and considered to be useless or even garbage by some. For example, steel drums were originally fashioned from discarded oil drums in the Caribbean. This piece uses buckets and trash cans, originally used to play in the urban go-go style, characterized by a fast triple feel common in hip-hop music. Go-go drummers are often street performers in large cities such as Boston, Washington, D.C., and New York City. Alone and in ensembles, they perform in varied styles and instrumentation, and often they infuse movement and dance into their performances. We are not infusing movement and dance this evening. Thank goodness. All right, this piece kind of starts in a driving rock style. In the middle, it's a bit of a Latin style, and it's been simplified a little bit for younger players. And some of this style of music is used in cha-cha and other Afro-Cuban styles. This is Junkyard Jam. I play this I didn't realize I did it last year, but I did this last year, and I told them I only had 2 bucket players last year. This year I'm trying to do it with 6. And we kept having to restart this over today in rehearsal, like this morning or in the afternoon in 7th period, and then earlier here. It is really tough to put the winds together with these guys and like stay all together and not fall apart. So they have made a couple run-throughs without having to stop and doing great, and this is gonna be one of those run-throughs, right? Yes, here we go. Here is Junkyard Jam. I almost want to start it over, but I will not. They have done a great job. We give them one more round of applause. Would you give our bucket drummers over here a round of applause? And our 3 trash can drummers back here. Very quickly, I would like to acknowledge sponsors to the music program. And if for some reason I do not read your business and you know that you're a sponsor or a family member, please let me know at the end. Harris Chapel Church, the Rutherford family, Barber Construction, the High 12 Club, Molly's Dance Gallery, McGuff Roofing, Selma Lions Club, the Whitehead Family Homes, Don and Pamela Lane, Lawnscape Landscape, U.S. Architects, the Ullman family, Chris and Kim Brannon, Air Park Door, Tracy Hendricks. Tracy Hendricks, her children aren't even here anymore, and she's still supporting the program. Sit, Stay, Pet, Play, Pet Sitting, Clancy's Car Wash, the Hess family, the Tilley family, and Selma American Legion 437. We give them a round of applause. I haven't done a fundraiser this year because we are getting enough support from selling things at basketball games and concessions and donations. I look forward to like a future where people sponsor the program and I'm not having to ask the kids to go out and sell stuff, because I know you as parents get tired of that, and they do too. So the more sponsors that we can find and people to just help support a program, the easier it is. We are always looking for more sponsors. If you're interested, please contact me here at the school. You can call or email me, or you can speak to one of the ladies on your way out, which, by the way, can I have a round of applause for Bev Hess and Mandy Ullman, please? Those two ladies do a ton for me. Also, can I have a round of applause for Mr. Taylor Green in the back, who is running lights and sound? And again, thank you to Mr. Roush and Mr. Lunsford, Mr. Luce, and Mr. Fay, who are so supportive of the music program. I really appreciate it. And thank you to all you parents for being here and for supporting what we do. Can we have one more round of applause for all these students? They really are a great group of kids. What was that? One more song. All I would do is do the last one again, and they would do it even better. Do you want to do that? Okay, here we go. We're going to do it one more time. Here we go. There's a chance for a couple of you to redeem yourself. Ready? Here we go. I'm very serious. You're up. 1, 2, ready. See, thank you so much. Give them a big round of applause. See that? You guys do a little better because you're more relaxed. Feel good. Thank you guys so much. God bless you all, and have a great spring break. Thank you, thank you, thank you.